Okay, very good afternoon.
Very good afternoon to one and all. Myself, Dr. Shamshad Ali, Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and convener of this event. On behalf of Mewat Engineering College, I welcome for conference titled Recent in Renewable Energy and Advancement in Engineering and Technology, which is very popular as its acronym by RTREAET 20201. So seeing the success of this event last year, which was organized at national level, this time around the event has been organized at an international level. And next time we are planning to organize this conference in association with IEEE. This conference is jointly organized by Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering and Electronics and Communication Engineering departments of Mewat Engineering College, Waqf, Nu, Mewat, Haryana. This conference, RTREAET 2021, is catalyzed and supported by the Haryana Renewable Energy Development Agency, Panchkula. In the morning session, keynote speaker were Professor Shiv Kumar. नहीं वही लोग हैं म्यूट रही मेरी आवाज आ रही है देखो आ रही है ना so I was talking about our key second keynote speaker, that is Dr. Waqar Ali. He is an associate professor in College of Engineering, Majma University, Majma Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. He is working there since November 2013. So it's my privilege to introduce our distinguished session chair with the permission of our respected Chief Executive Officer, Shri Muhammad Sain Saab, Senior IS and CEO of Haryana Waqf Board. In this afternoon session, we have our session chair is Dr. Shameem Akhtar. He is an associate professor in JP Institute of Information and Technology, Noida. His education is PhD from JIT Noida. He has obtained his MTech from IIT Delhi and BTech from Aligarh Muslim University. The area of interest of Mr. Akhtar is VLSI circuit and system design, VLS signal processing, VSL signal processing, HDL design, FPGA. He has experienced more than 70 years in teaching and research. He has published many books. He has published the various number of papers in international journal and in conferences. So this was the brief introduction about our session chair, Dr. Shameem Akhtar Saab. Now the condition for obtaining the certificate, author presenter certificate, will be condition one is that the registered, you have to register in conference through a link already provided by Dr. Junaid Saab. You should be present online when paper is presented. Now in brief, I want to speak about the status of the conference. Out of total 100, we have received 100 plus paper. 56 papers has been accepted in RTREAET 2021. Out of these, till now 14 paper have been accepted in Canadian Scopus Index Journal, Design Engineering. Here participants not only from the India but across the globe are taking the part. The various countries like Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Oman, etc. Now I request the organizing secretary of this conference, Dr. Junaid Khan, to call the paper presenter one by one as per the schedule.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I, Dr. Mohammad Junaid Khan. I am assistant professor in RTREAET department in Mewat Engineering College. I am also can you, sir, hear me?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Can I start now?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. First paper ID is DT211020. That is the author details: M.I. Qureshi, M. Kasif Khan, and Kaleem Ahmad Qureshi. The paper title is On Certain Generalization of K. Umair's Second Summation Theorems. Kaleem Ahmad Qureshi. Please share your PPTs.
Dr. Saab, he is not present, I think.
Okay, due to some technical issue, he will join soon. Next paper, that is the paper ID 1011. The author details here: Muhammad Farish, Dr. Muhammad Suhaib, Dr. Mumtaz Ahmed, and Asiya Parveen. The title of research article: Introduction to Composited Development and AMP Applications. Mr. Muhammad Farish, are you here?
WhatsApp group है ना? उसको डालो.
Okay, I am calling first of all available authors. Jahid, can you hear? Jahid. Sharif Iqbal. Madhya Vikar.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The paper ID is 211008. The details of authors are Madhya Vikar and Surinder Gaur. The detection of benign and malicious DNS traffic in ISP network using machine learning algorithm. So I request to Madhya Vikar, author of this article, please explain this regarding your papers. You can take 5 to 7 minutes only for the presentation of your article.
Okay,
Please.
sir. Thank you. So my screen is visible?
Yes.
Okay. So today's conference topic is detection of benign and malicious DNS traffic in ISP network using machine learning algorithm. So in this, I have used two popular machine learning algorithms, KNN and naive Bayes algorithm, for classification purpose and using it further to predict and analyze the behavior of DNS traffic data of ISP network. So when we share our information using DNS, then source port, destination port, source address and destination address we capture Here the net flow traffic from the router using the port mirroring technique. Port mirroring technique is a technique through which we capture the traffic between the two computers and store it in the another computer. So here I have used KNN and naive Bayes algorithm. In this slide, every ISP have their own DNS server to provide the name resolve and reverse lookup service to the client. Here DNS uses 53 for both TCP and UDP. A DNS request, here the destination port for the request is 53 and the source port, if it is above than 1023, then it is DNS request. And for DNS response, source port is 53 and destination port is above 1023. So there are two zone files. There are two DNS server transfer their zone file, then both source and destination ports are 53. If the zone file is transferred between the two same DNS server, then it is port 53. Zone file is a text file that stores the IP address and the name and the metadata. So there are two types of zone files. One is forward zone file and reverse zone file. So forward zone file is converting. So in this I have pasted some screenshots so you can see that in first it is a forward zone file where I have changed the Google name, DNS name to the IP address, and in reverse we give the IP address and gets the name. So here are some you can see that there are 4 A's which are used for IPv6 protocol, and here I have A record for IPv4, C name for canonical name, and web record for A record for IPv4 6, NS for name server, and MX for mail exchange. Mainly the DNS reverse zone is used for the mail exchange. So here I have captured the traffic using the data visual using KNN and naive Bayes. I have done the classification on the traffic. So my problem statement is to identify the binning and malicious traffic towards the DNS server for improving the quality of service, security, and efficiency. So we have to analyze the pattern in a network, amount of traffic, and type of traffic, source and destination of traffic. My main focus is to develop a working module using data science and various machine learning language to visualize, analysis, and predict the type of traffic in the network and the impact of these traffic in ISP network. So in this figure, here I have shown the flow diagram database used to store captured record. So there are a LAN network, and then the net flow raw data is going to data collection. Then net flow information is stored on database, then to data sampling, and then it is based on the classifier. In the figure 2, I have captured the data set through net flow. In this, here I have stored all the details in CSV file, and I have made some conditions for doing this banning traffic. So here, first we sorted our database on the timestamp and applying the condition with respect to DNS server and DNS port 53. Conditions are DNS request if source port is greater than 1023 and destination port equal to DNS server IP and destination port equals to 53, then it is DNS request. And if source IP equal to DNS server IP and source port equal to 53, then destination IP equal with send the DNS request, then it is DNS response. So based on the traffic, we will see further. So after the analysis, we have done visualization. For visualization, I have used the library known as matplotlib. It is a library from Python and it is used for visualization of data. So I have taken the topmost 30 values from the my traffic and have done separating on the basis of malicious and genuine traffic. And for better visualization, I've created a in figure 3, you can see there is a table showing the malicious and the banning traffic that is there. Then in the second fourth figure, I have done the visualization of the port. You can see there is a map between destination port address count and source IP count. In figure 5, I have shown the visualization of banning and malicious traffic. And in 6, you can see that there is the malicious traffic ports separately. Port 443 is HTTP port, 480 is HTTPS, and 53 is DNS server, and others are the malicious port. So in figure number 7, I have shown the rest of ports line plot of the benign and the malicious traffic port separately. So there are two types of algorithm that I have used of machine learning in this, that are naive Bayes and KNN. KNN is the data which is an algorithm which is based on the supervised learning. First we train the data and then we look for the nearest neighbor and then predict the data. In naive Bayes, it is not a single algorithm but a family of algorithms. They share a common principle, that is probability of each class and conditional probability of the each class given each x values. And once calculated, the probability model can be used to predict new data using Bayes theorem. But in a Bayes classifier, it's specially designed for binary classification problem. It is very easy to construct and in many cases outperforms some sophisticated method when dealing for the huge data. So using these two algorithm, I have done the reading. So I have used the sklearn library that is used for regressions, control, and everything in the Python. So in this, after the prediction was done, we used metrics from sklearn library to determine the accuracy of result obtained using the model for different test cases. In k nearest neighbor, we kept the test case size same for getting accuracy and done so in the naive Bayes. So here I have shown in figure 8 that taking n is equal to 7 and changing the values, these are the predictions for the k nearest neighbor and naive Bayes. So far is the graph that is shown in the figure 9, the comparison plot of accuracy for the classifiers of k nearest neighbor and naive Bayes. So the best of the algorithm that gives us the better output is the KNN. We can say that by training the data into classifier into different test cases, it is understood that the genuine traffic and the malicious traffic present in dataset will be there until some measures are to be taken. So to prevent from the malicious traffic, we put some rules and regulations on the firewall. So as we move forward with all we have learned so far in this project by applying data science and machine learning algorithm, we conclude that number of malicious traffic is less than the genuine traffic, and filter rules made by the network and system administrator is working fine, but some countermeasure also required to reduce the threat and enhance the network security. Among the two of many algorithms we used in this, KNN work better than naive Bayes in both the terms of accuracy and precision, which indicate that there are less false alarm rate in KNN, whereas more in naive Bayes. Then we can see that from the data set from which the source IP and ports the most malicious traffic was coming from, and we can now regulate the traffic rate by updating the firewall protocols. This model can be further be used to find the malicious and genuine traffic for other service data set. So these are the references I have taken. Any question you may ask. Hello.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I request to Dr. Shamim Akhtar, please continue
Yeah.
the
From
process.
where you have taken these data sets?
I have taken this data set from the ISP. My one of the partner is from ISP network, so he has given me the data.
You have not mentioned anywhere in this slides.
I have mentioned in slide.
Where? Second point is whenever you make slides, make point wise. You have, it seems that you have just copy and pasted your complete paper. आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
Yes, sir.
कहाँ लिखा है डेटा सेट के बारे में? मैंने तो कहीं नहीं दिखा नहीं मुझे. That's why I asked you.
We captured the net flow data for the time period of 1 month and applied data visualization in the first line.
You have created data set or you have captured some data, then you generated it.
We captured and then generated.
Okay. You have generated then. Okay. And your slides are not informative. Whatever you are doing, just you are reading the contents. Slide should be in proper informative way, dot by point.
Okay, sir.
In future. Rest is okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other participant also can ask any questions, any query regarding this article. Thank you, Madhya Vikar.
Thank you, sir.
Next. Next paper ID is 1020. The presenter of this article, Kaleem Ahmed Qureshi. The title of research article on certain generalizations of K-Umair's second summation theorems. Dr. Kaleem Ahmed Qureshi, please share your PPTs.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam.
Is my PPT? Hello? I am audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay,
Dr.
okay.
Kaleem Ahmed Qureshi.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes, audible. Please
Yes.
start.
Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thanks to organizer of this conference to provide me opportunity to present a paper in this conference. Title of the paper is Uncertain Generalizations of Kummer's Second Summation Theorem. The objective of this paper is to obtain certain generalizations in the form of explicit representation of Clausen hypergeometric series of Kummer's second summation theorem involving Gauss hypergeometric function 2f1 with argument 1/2. Some results of Kim et al., Ratti, and Pogani are also obtained as a special case. These are some introductory parts present in my paper. Like first one is Pocamber symbol that is defined by alpha p equal to gamma of alpha p over gamma of alpha, where gamma is the gamma function. Generalized hypergeometric series AFB. It is AABB, numerator parameters AA, and denominator parameters BB, and argument is Z. It is defined by AFB is A1, A2 up to AA. Denominator parameters are B1, B2 up to BB. There are 8 numerator parameters and B denominator parameters. Argument is Z. It is defined as summation K equal to 0 to infinity A1 of K, A2 of K up to AA of K, Z to the power K, B1 of K up B2 of K, BB of K, K factorial. Where A, B belongs to natural numbers and including 0. Numerator parameters may be complex numbers, but denominator parameters belongs to C/Z not negative. For details and of convergence and other conditions of this, we refer to a book of Srivastava and Manocha and other books of special functions. We now recall the Kummer's second summation theorem. Kummer's second summation theorem is defined by 2FB, AB, 1 plus A plus B by 2. AB are numerator parameters, 1 plus AB plus B by 2 is the denominator parameter with argument 1/2. It is defined as square root of pi gamma of 1 plus a plus b plus by 2. Gamma of denominator is gamma of 1 plus a by 2 over gamma of 1 plus b by 2. It is given as equation number 3. Inspired by the summation formulas studied earlier by Kem et al. Miller Paris, Rathi Pagani, Early et al. And Mitra, and our aim in this article is to derive 6 explicit general summation formulas of 3, that is Kummer's second summation theorem for Clausen hypergeometric function 3f2 with argument 1 by 2, where a, b, c are complex parameters, p belongs to set of natural numbers, and m belongs to set of natural numbers with 0. With the help of result of Rakha and Rati, and the result corrected by Prudnico et al., the results derived by Kim et al. Rati are also given as special cases of our main result findings. The following summation formulas of Clausen hypergeometric series 3f2 with argument 1 by 2 holds true. First one is given by equation number 4. Second one is given by equation number 5. Then equation number 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the main summation theorems, summation formulas. First one is 3f2 a b c plus 1, the numerator parameters, and denominator parameter is 1 plus a plus b plus m by 2 comma c. Argument is 1 by 2, that is 2 to the power a minus 1 gamma 1 plus a plus b plus m by 2 gamma 1 plus minus a plus b minus m by 2 over gamma of a gamma 1 plus 1 minus a plus b plus m by 2 summation r equal to 0 to infinity, and mr, that is mcr, that is the combination, minus 1 to the power r gamma of 1 a plus r by 2 gamma of 1 plus b plus r minus 1 b by 2 plus b by c gamma of 1 plus a plus r by 2 c gamma of 2 plus b plus r minus m by 2, that is equation number 4. That is our first result. Second result is given by equation number 5 with argument 1 by 2 and numerator parameters of a plus b c plus a b c plus 2 by 2 1 plus a, denominator parameters 1 plus a plus b plus m by 2 comma c. Third one is given by equation number 6, fourth one given by 7, fifth one given by 8, and the last one is given by equation number 9. These are the proof of this. Finally, firstly we convert this. In order to prove the assertion 4, that is the first theorem, we first are denoting the left hand side of right hand side with some notation, and expressing 3f2 as series of some after simplification we obtain equation number 10. Now replacing r by r plus 1 in second member of right hand side of 10 after a straightforward algebra, we get the equation number 11. Finally, using a summation formula of Rakha-Rati in the first and second of part of this, that is 2f1, first on the right hand side of equation number 11, after a straightforward calculation, we correspond to the right hand side of result 4. Assertion that is asserted by theorem number 1. This is complete the proof of 4. Similarly, we prove the 5, 6. On proceeding same parallel lines of derivation of 4 with the application of some same result of the authors, we get the assertion 5 and 6. Similarly, we get the 7 and 8, 9. Now some special cases, if we put m equal to 0 in 4, that is the first theorem, we have immediately a result of Kim and Rati, that is given by question number 15. If we put m equal to 1 in the same theorem number 1, we obtain a result of Rati and Pogani, that is given by question number 16. If we substitute m equal to 2 in first theorem, we yields one more result of Kim et al. That is given by equation number 17. If we put equation number m equal to 0 in 5, that is equation theorem number 2, we get equation number 18. If we put m equal to 1 in 5, that is theorem 2, we get equation number 19. In our present investigation, we have derived certain generalizations of Kilmer type second summation theorem 3 and Clausen hypergeometric series 3f2 with argument 1 by 2. In section 2, one numerator and one denominator parameter are differing by a positive integer, which are asserted by the theorem 1. Some known and new.
Dr. Zab, please conclude your papers, please.
Okay, sir. Some known and new results are also presented as special cases of findings. These are the references. We use a book of Erdly et al. Paper of Kim and RT, that is, this result is also used in our paper. Kumar, paper of Kumar, and some other papers, and a good a book of Srivastava and Manocha for basic definitions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
इसका यूज कहाँ है समेशन थ्योरम का एप्लीकेशन इंजीनियरिंग में?
It is a part of mathematics.
मैथमेटिक्स तो है इसका जो भी whatever you are discussing, whether it
जी।
can be used in any wireless or something else. कहाँ यूज है मेरे को अभी रिलेट नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ.
Really, I don't know about application in engineering.
और कोई लेटेस्ट पेपर नहीं है इसमें. ऑल पेपर्स सीम्स टू बी ऑफ बिफोर 90.
We use some paper, Rathi and Pugani of 2008, Rakha and Rathi 2011.
This summation formula for this one. सिर्फ ये मैथमेटिकल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से आपने ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के बारे में डिस्कशन किया.
Yes.
इंजीनियरिंग में भी कुछ खास एप्लीकेशन नहीं हो सकता है फ्यूचर में भी.
फ्यूचर में आगे हो सकता है.
ठीक.
I call next author. Can I call next author, sir? Dr. Shamim Akhtar?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you, sir. I call to Mohammad Farish. Please present your papers. Introduction to Composite Development and AMP Applications. Please share your PPTs.
Okay. Thank you, sir. My voice is clear?
Clear.
Okay. Thank you, sir. First, I am very thankful to the organizer of that conference, Dr. Sahin Khan, Dr. Saad Ali, Dr. Junaid, Dr. Sahid, and Dr. Adil Jadi. And today, my topic is for presentation of my screen is visible, sir? Hello?
हाँ दिख रहा है, विजिबल है, विजिबल.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Today we will discuss about the introduction to composites, its development and applications. Basically, in that content we cover the following topics: and introduction to powder metallurgy, composites, importance of composites, process for the development of the composites, conclusion in bars, and some literature review and references. Basically, what are the powder metallurgy? As its name indicates, the metallurgy in the form of the powder, and we can easily form the powder converted into the solid states. In the 1920s in India, the production of the powder metallurgy come on the track. And if we discuss about during the World War II, there is variety of the ferrous and non-ferrous materials then used during that war until 1960s. And after that, this method was rapidly expanding towards the complex shapes and for achieve the desirable properties during by that powder metallurgy process. And after that, that is the main requirement of the powder metallurgy in the automotive sector also, like hardware, garden equipment, industrial business, machines, military products, and what that is the choice for the future also. And next, powder metallurgy, if we say about the new generation technology as compared to others, but is an older one. If we see the Qutub Minar and the pillar of the smart shop, that is the one of the living example of that powder metallurgy techniques. With these techniques, they are standing till now. Powder metallurgy, also known as a particulate materials technology, utilizing the constellation of the techniques high quality powders near to shapes and post-free diffusion of atoms below its melting point, and that is process also called in sintering. Conventionally, the powder metallurgy with the help of the die, and we fill the die and sequentially sintered systematically and either in batch or foam. After sintering, that will be secondary operations also take place like heat treatment, machining, plating, impregnation, tailored to compact specifications. It is a very contemporary, sophisticated green mass manufacturing technology with very high material yield from input raw materials. In certain cases, some secondary operations also take place. That is with the help of the figure, we can easily illustrate first of the metal powders, and we have some liquid additives, and then mixing. After that, compaction with the help of the die with the hydraulic press. After that, sintering, and after that, sintering in the secondary machine. Of the compounds, rubber mix, carbon black, wood. If you see the history of the composites, we can easily say that near about 7,000 years, the people use that technology also. They make the pots, bricks, and mud plaster of the household for household uses. In 1200 AD, the Mongols, they also used the bow by manufacturing of the by manufacturing of the composites. They use the 2 or 3 metals will mix, and after mixing, they will more durable and more sustainable materials at that time also. Matrix is a material into which reinforced impact. Matrix basically is the base metal, and in the base metal we add the another material as a reinforcement. Is this like a nylon, polyester, aluminum, magnesium? These are the base metals. In these base metals, we add the reinforcement, metal matrix composites, and some examples of that like aluminum, magnesium, copper, titanium, which have the advanced wear resistance, strength, elastic properties can be attained by reinforcing metal composites. Ceramic metals, reinforcement with high volume friction, achieve higher stiffness strength. Basically, all these things which added according to the requirement of strength, hardness, and wear. Importance of the composites, it is possible to achieve combination. First, the most important thing is that to achieve the most desirable properties, and second one is that corrosion resistive and fatigue properties better compared to wear metals. And these are the hybrid metal matrix composite, that is the new field in which we are adding the just like agriculture wastage in the composites, and to reduce the cost and weight also. Exhibit higher specific strength, high thermal conductivity, because some of the live examples here like mustard husks, fly ash, and rice husks, these are also used as in hybrid composites. Some hybrid reinforcement are silicon carbide, alumina, fiber, steel wire, ceramics में silicon carbide, alumina, boron carbide, metals. If you discuss about the metals, titanium, copper, zirconia, carbon graphite, these are the some hybrid reinforcement which is used as in the base metal of the process for development. First one is the solid state process. In solid state process, we use the powder, and after the powder we can mix it, and after mixing we make a composite or a pellet, and after making the pellet, we sintered, and then we use the secondary operations in that. Now, in liquid state process, that is a very simple also, in which we can stir the powder in a liquid form in a base metal, and after mixing, we can solidify that in a particular die or with the help of the injection molding also. And after solidify, we can test and make an appropriate part. In the figure, that is the stir cast figure, we can adding the reinforcement into the base metal or a matrix, and after stirring, when it's completely stirred, then it's solidify into a die, and after that we can remove it and use for the second one. Second is the process gas infiltration, in which we use a gas in a continuous vacuum chamber and generally producing.
Please,
Yes.
hello. Please conclude your paper.
Okay, sir.
because
Okay.
due to short
Now that is in
period.
spray deposition also, in the form of spray deposition, we can also use the composites here. Most probably the aluminum metric composites are used in after the 1920, and some of the base metals will achieve the final properties of that. Advantage of aluminum and conclusion: each process has its own characteristics. And manufacturing of composite by diffusion, bonding, and complex and costly, and the process used for high fiber volume friction uniform. And stir cast is best technique for the fabrication of the composites as compared to the powder metallurgy route. And design process is one of the best techniques for fabrication of the composite. Deposition also that it is also used in the tooling industry right now. These are the advantages, and literature. Some literature review is here. These are the references. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Have you done study part of this material that you have developed?
Yes, sir. I have developed the hybrid composites with the aluminum and MHA, mustard husk ester.
Okay. So what application you are targeting in as far as electronics is concerned? Is there is any use?
Yes, sir. In electronics, there is a most probably use for
You are not audible.
my voice is clear, sir.
Yeah. I am
Okay,
asking
sir.
where you use your these materials in electronics, any MOSFET development or something else?
In the if you use the aluminum with MHA, there is an automobile sector is different, in military applications, and so many other applications are there, sir. We can easily use. Right now, we are working on that for manufacturing of the connecting rods of the automobiles, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Mohammed
Okay,
Faris.
thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Junaid.
Okay, sir. Next author, Zahid. Paper ID is 1005. The paper title: Implementation of Supercapacitor Battery-Based Energy Storage System in Hybrid Power System. Please share your PPTs and present your presentation. Jahid. Okay. Now I am calling the paper number 1002, that is Mr. P.K. Angral and Dr. Ritula Thakur. The paper title is Arduino Microcontroller and IoT Based Systems for Environment Control of Mushroom Farms. Please present your paper, share PPTs. Unmute yourself.
Hello.
PK Angral.
Hello. Am
Yes.
I audible, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Please share your PPTs.
Is my screen visible to everyone?
Just sharing. Yes.
Shall I start now?
Yes. You can proceed.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. All the participants, panelists, and organizing member for organizing such a wonderful conference and giving me an opportunity to present my work here. Myself, PK Angral, a student of Electrical Engineering Department, NIT Chandigarh. Today, my topic of presentation is Arduino microcontroller and IoT-based systems for environmental control of mushroom farms. The main aim of this research is to develop a system for a small mushroom farmers so that they can easily maintain the environment required for good production of mushrooms. So this project describes the development of Arduino microcontroller and IoT kit for environmental control of mushroom farms. This system consists of two kits. One is Arduino based used for controlling humidity, temperature by switching AC and humidifier in summers and heater and humidifier in winters. The second kit uses IoT technology for controlling sprayer, light and exhaust fans by using smartphone application using Blink platform. To develop these prototypes, various automation technologies available in the market are studies along with their advantages, disadvantages, reliability, range, cost, and ease of operation. For designing this prototype, firstly the block diagram, then flowchart and algorithm are made to get an idea of how this system can be made and what are the components that we will be requiring for making this kit. The main purpose is also to check this prototype in a real world condition. These are the climatic conditions required for mushrooms. There are four parameters that are very important mushroom farming. The first one is temperature, then relative humidity range should be maintained between 70 to 85%. Then light is required only during the fruiting period. Then ventilation is also required during the fruiting period. Then these are the problems that are faced by the farmers because they are not able to maintain proper temperature, humidity, light and air circulation in a cultivation room for longer period. Hence, mushroom body gets infection from the repeatedly in and out of persons coming for spraying in morning and evening. So there is also a human error in maintaining a proper temperature and humidity. So that's why these kits are made. And the main objective of these kits are designing a new prototype with smaller number of sensors and relays to reduce complexity in hardware design. The testing of prototype is real world mushroom farm. The prototype also show parameters on LCD. It is all second kit uses IoT technologies to control devices with the help of smartphones. The prototype should be easy to install, operate, and maintain. And this is the methodology for designing this prototype. And this is the block diagram. This block diagram, the first one is Arduino controlled using temperature and humidity sensor. This Arduino will control the AC relay and humidifier relay. The second kit uses IoT controller, BMOS D1 IoT controller, which uses Blink application and is paired with the home modem. It controls the light, exhaust fan, and sprayer. And this is the flow chart for Arduino controller. In this, we can see firstly the DST11 sensor measures the humidity and temperature. If temperature is less than 25 degrees, it will automatically turn on the heater in winters or AC in summers. And if humidity is less than 75%, then it will turn on the humidifier. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. This is the algorithm for IoT kit for controlling light, sprayer, and exhaust fan. Firstly, we will initialize the BMOS ESP8266 Wi-Fi D1 mode, and it will get automatically paired with the nearby Wi-Fi modem having internet connection. Then the commands received through the mobile phone will be sent back to Wi-Fi ESP8261, where it will control the lights, exhaust fan, and sprayer. And it will continuously do this process. And steps from 2 to step 5 is repeated. This is the cost of developing these two prototypes is only 3,160 rupees only. These are the components that we are using developing these prototypes.
Please conclude your article.
This is the overall cost of using this kits with the air conditioner and desert cooler and humidifier sprayer. Total cost comes around 37,000. And commercial systems available in the market are Blue Stars Carrier, which costs in lakhs rupees. This is the control. This is the temperature and humidity values if controlled manually, and we can easily see there is a big difference between the temperature and humidity range. And this is the outputs of temperature and humidity while using this developed system. And we can see the red line shows the humidity and blue line shows the temperature. We can see the humidity is maintained between 74 to 76%. And temperature is maintained from 22 to 25 degrees. So it is a very good automatic control. And these are the on and off conditions of humidifier and heater as per the temperature. And this is the results in 24 hours time scale. And we can also see the humidity and humidity temperature is well maintained within the range. And this is a prototype that has been made by me. This is the external and internal view of the IoT kit. And this is the VMOS D1 kit along with the relays. And here are the power sockets for connecting this sprayer and lights. And this is the power on and off switch. And this is for lights. And this is the Arduino microcontroller based kit. The Arduino microcontroller kit. And this is the Arduino board. And these are the relays. And this is the LCD. LCD will continuously show humidity, real-time humidity and temperature on LCD. And these are the sockets for connecting humidifiers, heaters or AC. And this is the on-off switch. And this is the experimental setup used for growing the mushroom farms. And we can see the output produced is very healthy and disease-free. And the conclusion is in this project we have constructed, programmed, and tested IoT and Arduino microcontroller kit for controlling environmental of mushroom farms. The prototype we used in real mushroom farms of size 12 into 9 into 10 feet, having 30 bags of mushroom spawn, and mushroom yield produced after 35 years is shown above. And the biological efficiency is 90 to 95% can be attained by using this prototype, because biological efficiency means that 10 kg bag. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Biological efficiency.
Thank you very much. I request to Dr. Shamim Akhtar.
Yeah.
Please proceed.
Which tool you have used for the simulation part?
Simulation part, sir, it is using real farm.
No, I am talking about that before this. So go to the slide number 16. You have shown Arduino board you have implemented. So
yes,
before
sir,
that,
yes,
you
sir.
must state the
slide
working.
number 16 is IoT kit BMOS D1.
Which simulation आपने किसमें किया है इसको?
सर ये प्रोग्रामिंग मैंने Arduino IDE के अंदर किया है इसमें.
नहीं किया है तो आपने
प्रोग्रामिंग
आपने Arduino की प्रोग्रामिंग करने के लिए आपने कोई तो टूल यूज किया होगा. Proteus ऐप होगा.
Arduino IDE के नाम से सर इसका सॉफ्टवेयर आता है, उसी में प्रोग्राम किया था.
Arduino IDE के नाम से
नाम से ही है, Arduino का ही इसके अंदर प्रोग्रामिंग रहती है. उसके अंदर सर ये
ये
A266 बोर्ड भी इसमें वो उसके अंदर प्रेफरेंसेस में
हाँ, तो
जाके
ये
इसको
वो तो 82 स्टैंडर्ड बोर्ड है ये सब।
ये उसके अंदर सर प्रेफरेंसेस में डालना पड़ता है, फिर उसके अंदर ऑटोमेटिकली इसके जो हेडर फाइल्स इंक्लूड हो जाते हैं, उसके बाद हम प्रोग्रामिंग कर सकते हैं।
इसमें आपने मैटलैब सिमुलिंक का भी यूज किया था
No.
इसकी इंटरफेसिंग के लिए?
No sir, no. Only Arduino IDE and for IoT is vMOS D1.
ठीक, चलिए।
ओके।
Any other queries?
कंपैरिजन नहीं दिखाया है कि ऑलरेडी existing किसी ने बनाया होगा। एनी कंपैरिजन विद एनी प्री एग्जिस्टिंग टेक्निक?
सर ये सर मैं कमर्शियल RTREAET के साथ मैंने कंपैरिजन किया है।
Okay.
Commercial RTREAET system costs in lakhs and my system cost including all these accessories is 37,000 only.
Okay, this cost comparison you don't need.
Yes sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Anurag.
Thank you very much sir. Thank you everyone.
I call to next author, that is Altamas Shahid. The paper title is Design of High-Speed, Low-Power Sensing Amplifier Using Magnetic Tunnel Junction CMOS Hybrid Circuits. Please present your paper. Share PPTs.
Good afternoon to everyone. Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Hello.
हाँ, आवाज आ रही है आपकी।
Good afternoon to everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer of the conference to give me the opportunity to present my paper here. And my paper, I'm the student of Jamia Millia Islamia from the batch of 2020. My topic is design of high-speed, low-power sensing amplifier using MTJ CMOS hybrid circuit. My motivation for choosing this topic is the powerful, potentially powerful solution to the instant on and off and low standby power. So to give you a clear picture about my paper, I would like to give you example, day-to-day life example. Whenever you try to switch on your electronic devices like mobile, TVs and laptop, it takes a pause, screen goes blank. My motivation is to reduce those pause and switch on the screen instantly, and as well as low power consumption. What I have done in this paper, I choose a SRAM based pre-charge sense amplifier, in which I have replaced MOSFET with MTJ, magnetic tunnel junction, which is a very new field in electronics and communication, and where I have achieved objective like reducing the power and stopping the leakage power, like stopping the saturation current. As you know, in CMOS circuit, latching current or saturation current is when you use a single MOSFET, it is very low. But when in a chip where a million of MOSFET are embedded, these small saturation current combines with a huge power loss. So I have achieved this objective in this topic. So I would like to introduce my topic with spintronics. Spintronics is a very new field in which we have used a magnetic property of a material as a resistance. Whenever we apply a magnetic field to a magnetic material like ferromagnetic material, the orientation of two layer of magnetic field is different. Whenever we apply the magnetic field, it aligned and it passes the current. So the magnetic material act as a resistance, it stops the leakage current. This is all about spintronics. The main purpose of development of spintronics is to form a compact device. To reduce the size, to reduce the number, to increase the number of embedded chip, we use spintronics device. It is a very new topic, and the development of this device based on this device is very infant stage. Advantage of spintronics is the power consumption is very low and no leakage current. And as I have said, larger storage capacity and nano sized. Disadvantage, there is also some disadvantage. It is very tedious to control the spin of long period. It is very tedious to control the spin of a magnetic material for a long time period. So we have tried to.
Thomas,
Hello.
please, please explain the methodology of this.
Okay.
Can you explain the methodology?
Yes, sir. So the story begins with tunnel magnetic resistance. Let me show you a picture. So this is a ferromagnetic layer. The upper layer is free layer, and the lower layer is a pin layer, and the middle layer is called barrier layer. Here you can see that whenever the upper layer, the alignment of upper layer and lower layer, the resistance is very low. The curve is very low. Whenever the upper layer and lower layer alignment are opposite, the resistance are very high. This is the key point. Let me show you another illustration. Here, working of tunnel magnetic resistance. Whenever the alignment of free layer and pin layer are different. Whenever we apply external field, the alignment, the upper layer and lower layer aligned each other, and you can see the ball representing electron. Here, no electric field applied, and here electric field applied. Now you can see that electron is moving, and that is because resistance becomes 0. This is the response that we have got. Resistance. This is the response of resistance we have got. Whenever the upper layer and lower layer are aligned, the resistance are very low. But as soon as we remove the electric current or electric power, the resistance become very high. The resistance becomes very high, sir. So now
Okay,
I come to the power magnetic tunnel junction. This is my main topic, magnetic tunnel junction. I have used this device in SRAM based pre-charge sense amplifier. Here we can you see that we have used the tunnel magnetic resistance. The figure represents that both the line are aligned and sir. Yeah, this is pre-charge sense amplifier. The structure of SRAM cell has to be modified to reduce the radio delay. The structure of the has to be modified to reduce the delay and thereby improve the performance. In SRAM based, basically we have problem of leakage current. So in SRAM structure sensing amplifier, we have removed the MOSFET and replace it with the MTJ. The schematic diagram of MTJ is look like this in cadence simulator, and the response of this, you can see this. The response, you can see this. This is the response. You can see this instant switching and instant off. There's no like this type of response delay. I can see that this is the cross coupled sense amplifier, which I try to explain. This is a cross coupled amplifier. Instead of using MOSFET here, we have used MTJ. Here, this is the sorry. This is the charge of this branch, and this is the charge of this branch. Whenever we apply low voltage, it becomes on and it becomes off, and current flow easily through, and resistance, since there is a magnetic huge resistance, there is no leakage current in this part. So this is how it works. Now I would like to I would like to show the response. See the response of that pre-charge amplifier using MTJ. This is the response. Whenever you say this, whenever you apply the voltage, instead voltage is low, the QM bar, it becomes high. there is no delay like switching on like this. Actually, there is no delay in switching and switching off. In this, you can see in this response, as soon as voltage applied, it ons. We can also see the DC response also. Okay. DC response whenever
Hello.
जी sir, hello.
I request to Dr. Shamim Akhtar. Please
Hello.
proceed.
Yeah. ये जो आपने 90 नैनोमीटर की फाइल लिया है, ये पेटीएम वाली है कि from where you have got this file?
90 nanometer file. Sir, I've got this from a paper actually, where they have used this and I have improved that.
No, nice. CMOS 90 nanometer people might have designed, but I'm asking from where you got this model files.
So the design model is available on the design. A basic programming is done by our other members. So I have used that programmed device and taken out the response.
ये टूल कौन सा यूज किया आपने? कैडेंस है कि क्या है?
Yes, Cadence use किया sir.
कैडेंस वर्चुसो यूज किया होगा आपने.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, कैडेंस का कंपैरिजन नहीं दिखाया आपने किस आपके काम का और किसी और के, because there are so many sense amplifier available.
Yeah, there are so many sense amplifier.
आपने कंपैरिजन नहीं दिखाया कि what is your benefit as compared to that of previously published work.
The benefit of this one is that the response is very steep. You can see the response in this response. I mean, you may have seen that as soon as voltage drop, it switch on. There is no delay in this response.
नहीं तो this would be in terms of some parameter कि आपका 20 nanosecond का delay है, some other paper में have different delays. तो delay के point of view से आपको दिखाना चाहिए था comparison. Visual आप graph देख के नहीं बता सकते कि whether your result is fast or not. Some parameters should be done. By the way, work is good. It should be done in.
Should I continue, sir?
Yeah.
So I have also shown the power dissipation. You can see that I have in the graph also. I have all the graph here. So you can see the graph also. As soon as voltage high, other branch voltage get downs and there's no leakage power and power becomes zero almost. It can be seen. It can be absorbed through graph also, sir. The power becomes zero almost. In CMOS or normal devices nowadays we use, they have lag like this. They take time to switch off, switch on. In the power dissipation becomes very huge issue in that. So conclusion is that it has a very bright future. It is this technology is very new. Now a company like Samsung, IBM and are using this multi-core in their chip. This is very new and this can be applicable in flip-flop designing mux. Basically it speed up the read and write process of the electronic devices. Especially this MTJ based pre-charge amplifier is the core component of MRAM, which is you may have the magnetic random access memory. It has a future scope also, sir. Recently, a company called Spirit Satellite in Japan, they have launched a magnetic RAM based satellite. Magnetic RAM based has the application of pre-charge sense amplifier where read and write are so very fast, and it can also be.
Altamas.
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice work.
Thank you. Nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
I call to next author, Mohammad Jahid Hasnain. The paper title is Comparative Analysis of Fault Diagnosis Methods in Solar Panels. Please. Can you hear me, Jahid Hasnain? Unmute yourself. Jai Dasnan.
जाहिद वो है क्या किरमान साहब का तो अभी निकाला वो कह रहा शाम
Okay, due to network issue, he is not connected this time. I call to next author. Somi Kalita Ramurat Singh. Can you hear me? Okay, I think this track is over. Now next track is running within 30 minutes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Shamim Akhtar, for spare the time for our conference. I'm also thankful to Dr. Junaid Saab and Dr. Sain Saab and all the authors who have presented the paper here. Thank you very much all. Thank you very much. Tea break is now from 3:30 to 4 p.m. At 4 p.m. we will start our next session, track 2. Session chair will be Dr. Nizamuddin, Associate Professor, Jamia Millia Islamia. Now please join the tea with us in offline mode. Dr. Nizam Sahab, okay. Yes, very good afternoon to one and all present here. Myself, Dr. Shamshad Ali, Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical Electronics Engineering and convener of this event. On behalf of the Mewat Engineering College, I welcome you all for this 2 days online international conference titled Recent Trends in Renewable Energy and Advancement in Engineering and Technology. Seeing the success of this event last year, which was organized at a national level, this time around the event has been organized at an international level. Next time we are planning to organize this conference in association with IEEE. This conference is jointly organized by Department of Electrical Electronics Engineering and Electronics and Communication Engineering, Mewat Engineering College, Nuh, Haryana. This conference, RTREAET 2021, is catalyzed and supported by the Haryana Renewable Energy Development Agency, Government of Haryana. Our track 2. Our track 2 for presentation of the paper is just going to start, and the session chair is Dr. M. Nizamuddin, who is an associate professor in Jamia Millia Islamia in Department of Electronics Engineering. Dr. Nizamuddin is very well known to all of us. He is the faculty in Mewat Engineering College. Now he is working as associate professor. He has obtained his BTech, MTech, and PhD from Jamia Millia Islamia. Now I request our distinguished session chair, Dr. M. Nizamuddin, please start the proceeding for presentation of the paper. And now again I call to Dr. Junaid Saab for paper presentation. Please call one by one as per the schedule already notified.
Thank you, Dr. Shamshad Ali. I would like to congratulate all the organizers who have taken a proactive initiative in organizing this online conference, which will be a milestone in the development of MEC. I once again congratulate all the organizers to organize RTREAET in collaboration with Government Department, Government of Haryana. Now, I would like to invite all the presenters, and the most important instructions to the presenters is please try to conclude your presentation within the specific time, which will be basically told by the convener accordingly. Thank you. Dr. Junaid, please invite the first presenter.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Paper ID 1064. The details of the author: Nawajyoti Bora, Bandana Bora, Purnedu, Bikash, Acharji, Sajal Saha. The title of research article: A critical study on tea leaf disease detection using deep learning techniques. I request the author for the presentation time is only 5 minutes. Please conclude in the 5 minutes. Nawajyoti Bora.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. My name is Nawajyoti. So I will be presenting the presentation for the tea leaf disease detection using deep learning techniques. So the content of our whole project is to reduce the number of diseases and try to minimal the cause of any destruction on tea leaves which are being done by any of the diseases. So for current project work, we choose 3 of the major diseases in our region area, Assam, which is red spider mite, helopeltis, and red spider mite. So first of all, why what are the objective we have gone through. So like in our tea leaves in tea plantation, what we see that most of the tea leaves gets decayed or get destroyed due to these 3 diseases, most of them. So they can be on the any season. So what we try to reduce is that with the help of deep learning techniques, which is an object detection, we try to detect in them in their early stages and reduce the destruction which can happen to the tea leaves. So the major diseases which I discussed are the red spider mite, helopeltis, and red rust. So in the comparison to the related works, many of the papers have achieved with different models, accuracies like 90 and above. So, but what we try to do is the object detection part. So we will be focusing on a MAP, mean accuracy precision. So what are the models we choose? One of them is SSD mobile net, another one is faster RCC. Why we go for the SSD mobile net? So the reason for choosing SSD mobile net object detection model is that it's a lightweight one. It can also be converted into TensorFlow Lite models, which can even be supported in mobile devices like Raspberry Pi or any kind of mobile devices. So it can be used in these small devices also. The next one is faster RCNN. The reason for choosing this model is that the MAP, the mean precision of this model, is much higher than the SSD mobile net, because the SSD mobile net is fast, but it's not very accurate. So what we try to do is that we try to compare both of them. So in the speed, we can say that the SSD comes first, but in the accuracy, the faster RCN came more near. So the architecture of our model starts with a feature extraction of the leaves using some convolutional layers. Then we go for the next part. The head part is the classification part, the feature extraction part, which is being done using the CNN. The next part is the object detection part, which is being done by the SSD or the faster RCNN. So they work on the detection of the areas. So to for our project, we used nearly 1,500 images. With the help of augmentation, we increased them to like around 5,000, most of the random cropping and all. Now, the final accuracy what we achieved using the MAP is the SSD with 0.20 MAP and faster RCN with 0.25. The precision for SSD is 0.209 and the precision for faster RCN is 252. So we can see that clearly here, the precision of SSD, the training is being done for 5,000 steps. The SSD came a little low since it's more focused on fastness, and the faster RCNN worked more on accuracy. Now these are the charts which can show you the final graph of the faster RCNN SSD. Some of the final results for both the for helopeltis and red rust and red spider mite. Now the last part we actually try to do is the segmentation part. So why we go for the segmentation is that our first part is to detect the diseases in the leaf, but the second part is for the segmentation is because we try to also find out the coverage of the diseases in a single leaf, whether it's being getting more and more disease in the tea leaf or it's getting less. For that, we go for the masked RCNN model, which actually segmented the disease areas. But for the calculation, we used our own formula through which like the ROI, which is being provided by the masked RCNN. With this ROI, we able to find out the region of interest, and then we calculated the percentage of the area, like how much a single tea leaf is getting diseased and all. So this is how we done that. First of all, the segmentation give us these areas. What we have to do is that we have to find out that in which tea, in which leaf, how what are the part of the.
Please conclude your paper.
Okay, sir. So for final part, what I want to say is that we try to reduce the tea leaf, reduce the diseases in the tea using these two models, but we are also trying to focus on the future perspective using some drone technologies to actually find out the diseases in the lower part of the leaves also, and to cover more and more diseases and all using more advanced technologies in the field of deep learning and all. That's for my paper. Thank you.
Is there any question from the audience, please? Okay, let us know clearly what are the basically analysis parameters. Am I audible?
Yes. Basically, so the parameters which we try to focus on are the like in a full like in a full garden, like in a full big area, like how much we can able to cover the disease parts. Like they are mostly being covered in the lower part also. So what we try to analyze for now is the how much of the region is being actually being damaged by the disease. So basically the diseases are also have the like some other possibility, like in red rust, the whole leaves get diseased. In halopeltis, there are some dots in the disease, like as you can see in the video, which we have taken from our model. So for now, the analysis is only for the parts of the disease, not much more than that.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Now, Dr. Junaid, please invite second presenter. One 1001.
The title of this research article, critical study towards the detection of Parkinson's disease using ML technologies.
Yeah, so let me quickly share my screen first.
Please present your papers.
Yeah, hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Please continue.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So very good afternoon to all. So the title of the paper is a critical study towards detection of Parkinson's disease using machine learning technologies. So these are the following few contents that I am going to talk about. So let's get started with the abstract. The first one is, what is Parkinson's disease? Basically, this is a progressive nervous disease progressive nervous disease. All right, so which basically is a followed by the stiffness or stammer, or basically the following symptoms I have already written here, the slow movement or speech changes. So this basically arrive at the very initial state, and it may grow to a very severe state as we age. So what is our objective is to basically find a solution to have detect early disease of Parkinson's disease using various methods, and also to provide a solution which is easily accessible for the user, that is by providing application. So we are going to use two different approaches, that is by using spiral images and wave images, which is drawn by the patient or anyone who is trying to check out for themselves. So the technologies that we use in this development is basically Flutter framework and all those required for this. And for model development, we use Python as a language, and we use main TensorFlow and TensorFlow Lite to train our model. So the hardware requirement for the small device should be listed as there, that it needs minimum of 2 megapixel of camera and 512 MB of RAM and as 1 gigahertz of processor. So the main internal technology that is used is CNN, that is convolutional neural network. So it is basically divided into two sections. If we talk in the more brief sense, that is feature extraction and classification. So feature extraction basically is what the model try to learn from, try to extract from the provided image, that is say age detection or any pattern that is similar. And classification is basically to label it and try to find out the percentage of that. So here, the dataset we have used is containing 204 images for that they combine the training and testing stage. So we clearly see that our dataset is pretty much low. So that's why we are going to implement two new technologies, that is data augmentation and data transfer learning. So here is the graph that is shown the amount of data that is segmented. First is spiral healthy and spiral Parkinson. Then second is wave healthy and wave Parkinson. Both that is 50-50 divided. So initially we used our CNN to train on this data set. So as you can see the graph here, the training accuracy and as well as the validation accuracy is very low, as well as the loss is very high. So here it is due to the limitation of very low data set. So the data augmentation comes here in this case. So what it is used to basically use as to increase the amount of data by modifying or copying the existing images by producing different variation. It also helps in overfitting so that the similar model is not trained on the similar variation of the image. So here are the different variations of the data augmentation like flip, rotate, scale, and crop. And after the augmentation, we can see that we have used our augmentation to increase our data set from 200 to around 1,000 of images by providing the different variations. The same goes for the wave images too. So transfer learning is used here as we have seen in our previous graph, that is regarding the CNN. So basically the CNN is you have used 204 images, but the accuracy was not very high. So here transfer learning is basically by using the pre-built model that has been already been trained in the various images, and it has already learned how to extract the features. So once the transfer learning is applied, before the transfer learning, we can see the graph here. Is the on the augmented data, so there is a slight increase in the validation accuracy and also a slight decrease in the.
Please conclude.
Okay, so let me conclude here that we have used the different various models to generate our results. So these are the various results, and we have found out the implementation process for the model, and it is shown here like that way. So this is the screenshot for the application that is being used and the model. So it will basically try to find out the result for the images provided and help the user to detect the early sign of the Parkinson disease. Okay, thank you.
Please go to the implementation slide. Yes, this one. Yes. Briefly explain it.
Yeah, so the initial part is that to train our two different models. Basically, that is one is trained on the spiral images and other is trained on the wave images. So our application is trying to use both of the model together. So initially, the user will need to provide their spiral images. So the spiral model will try to generate the result for it. So it will be divided into two categories, whether it's a healthy or a Parkinson one. So then the same will be done by the wave model. And here the comparison model will basically try to extract the result and try to find out which one is more higher or lower. So once the comparison done, is the final result will be generated based on the result, whether the healthy part is more or the Parkinson part is more. If the healthy part is more,
what's the reason for 1 gigahertz processor? I think it can also be performed using the lower gigahertz.
Yeah, it can be performed, but just to normalize the different models. So if basically currently in the current era, all the mobiles are already powerful enough. So this is just
okay. Thank you. Is there any question from the attendees, please? Okay, just stop here. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
I call to next author. The paper ID is 1009. The author name Arjun Valian and et al. The paper title Intelligent Energy Management System for a Smart Home Integrated with Renewable Energy Resources. Please share your PPTs and present. Please complete within 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes for a presentation.
You are not audible. Please start presentation. You are not audible.
Arjun,
No.
can you hear me? Yes.
Okay, yes, start, please start. Do full screen, please. Yes, very nice, very nice. Yeah, now start. Arjun, what happened? Still you are not audible.
I think
Yes, now
technical
it's all right.
issue.
Yes.
Author,
okay.
I call to next
Okay,
next
no.
author. The paper ID 1050. That is the Sadaf, Taizin, and Sanaul Islam, and Shaheen Khan, and Adil Jadid. The paper title is To Study Arduino-based Gas Sensor.
But Dr. Junaid, I think you have
present
skipped
your paper.
1010. What about fuzzy logic? It will be at the end.
It will be. It is
Later on, okay.
shifted to.
No problem.
gas sensor.
Okay. Start at 1050. No problem.
अर्जुन अपनी स्लाइड हटा लीजिए आप आपकी वॉइस के साथ कुछ इशू आ रहा है अर्जुन वालियान I request you Sanaul Islam please share your PPTs. Are you here?
Yes sir.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, start.
Yes, our topic is to study Arduino-based gas sensor in Tinkercad. First, I want to describe about Tinker. Tinkercad is a free of charge online 3D modeling program that runs in a web browser since 2011. And in urban areas, the main fuel used is liquefied petroleum gas for cooking, heating, etc. Every in industries, commercial and non-commercial business, LPG has become avoidable. Gas leakage has become treated, and security issues has to become considered with due importance. It only causes death and injury, but also destroys property and create economical imbalance. Many of vehicles are running in
Sanaul, are you there? Sanaul Islam.
Pradesh lead to 8 deaths and 40 injuries.
Hello.
Sanaul, are you there?
Yes sir.
So you please start the presentation. In between,
Yes,
when you will stuck, then Sadaf will come. But
okay, sir.
you have to present the main presenter. You will be working in this.
Okay sir. A typical woman, as we know, a typical woman nose has 400 types of scent receptor, enabling us to smell about 1 trillion different odors. But still, many of us do not have capacity to identify which gas is this or concentration of gas in our atmosphere. this is where sensors comes. Gas sensors, one which comes in many uses application. When we have to detect variation in the concentration of toxic gas in order to maintain the system safe. In past time, we saw many horrible cases like
Listen, beta. I think it will be better if you explain your work. Need not to tell about interaction and history and the types, right? Go to your work, please. Yes, you explain this one. Whatever model you have proposed, go. Do you have your block diagram of the proposed model? Explain it.
So, sir, here is a circuit diagram which we use.
Yes, explain this. Yes, good.
Arduino Uno and gas sensor, which is based on metal oxide semiconductor. It's having 4 pins: VCC, ground, digital output, and analog output. Basically, it is made up of sensing material, tin dioxide. It works when it works by detecting the change in resistance on its surface. Because SnO2, or we can say tin dioxide, is N-type semiconductor. It has free electron. Normally in atmosphere, maximum number of oxygen is available. So the oxygen available particle attracts electron and push on the surface. That's why low current or zero current pass, and the indicator here LED bulb which does not blink. We can also use, instead of this LED, buzzer, which also does not beep any sound in normal condition. But when the concentration of air changes, the different air comes. So due to another gases, the current start flowing, and that's why buzzer become beep sounds or LED will glow. So it indicates that the concentration of air changes, so we can take rapid action.
Something else?
No, sir.
Is there any question? Is there any question from the participant, please? Well,
Yes,
okay, there are various type of gas sensors. What is specialty of this proposed model?
Sir, because by using metal dioxide, it work very fastly and give accurately details, instead of using another types of gas sensors.
Okay, thank you. You may quit now.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Dr. Nizamuddin, sir.
Hello.
Can I proceed?
Yes. Continue.
Okay. Paper ID 1026. The author details Gaurav Agrawal and et al. That paper title effect of material and door opening on performance of domestic refrigerator using eco-friendly refrigerant R600A.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
So this is Kuldeep Verma presenting the same paper. Should I start, sir?
Yes, of course. Share your screen first and then start.
Thank you so much. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, very much visible.
A very good evening to everyone present in this webinar today. I would like to thank the organizers of this event for having me. I would also like to extend my thanks to my mentor, Dr. Gaurav Agrawal,
for his timely guidance and support. Okay, so my presentation is based on effect of material and door opening on performance of domestic refrigerator using eco-friendly refrigerant R600A. Myself, Kuldeep Verma from Mechanical Engineering, Mewat Engineering College. Moving on to the outline of my presentation, I'll be covering introduction, then literature review, material and method used, results, validation of results, then ending it up with conclusion and references. Moving on to the introduction, though let me give you a basic brief introduction behind all this. Since we all know global warming is one of the main concerns faced by the world in the current scenario, Earth's temperature is increasing every year to some degrees because of this. And the reason being the leakage of refrigerants from air conditioners or refrigerators in our houses. So to overcome that, we have either an option to increase the COP of the system or by reducing the energy, the refrigerants consumption. So in this work, I'll be focusing on the use of refrigerant R600A. Currently, we are all familiar with the name R134A. That is the refrigerant being used in our household or domestic refrigerators. So these are the literature review, the work done on the same topic before. This is the material and method of my work. This is the basic cost of the refrigerator components. As we all know, compressor is the heart of the refrigerator. So it comprises 37.5% of total price of the refrigerator. The data has been collected from RAC companies in India, Kelvinator. Here I'm focusing on using aluminum coil instead of copper coils, since copper is costlier and aluminum is way cheaper. These are the thermal conductivity of materials being used, as we all use plastic trays for refrigeration or for ice. But we can, if we'll use aluminum alloy trays, we'll save energy. This is the basic work cycle of a schematic diagram of the refrigerator used in the RAC lab in our college. This is the general comparison of refrigerants. R1234YF is the refrigerant that is being worked on. R600A is the one I'm focusing on. R134A is the one being used. We can see the quantity of refrigerant required for 190 liters of refrigerator. R134YF, R1234YF is the new refrigerants. That's why it's costlier. R600A is much cheaper, but R134A is being used. This is the main point to use R600A, the GWP. GWP is global warming potential. So let me explain it in very basic words. What does GWP means? GWP value, let us suppose any refrigerant XYZ. If it has a GWP value 100, it means that 1 kg of XYZ refrigerant has the same impact on climate change as 100 kg of carbon dioxide. So 1 kg of refrigerant R134A will have an impact, same impact.
Conclude your paper, please conclude your paper.
These are the conclusions, sir. We have to increase the efficiency and reduce losses from our domestic refrigerator. Then R600A doesn't affect the ozone layer and has low value of GWP. So we must use R600A instead of R134A. R600A performs better than R134 in terms of efficiency, but it's flammable. That's why we don't use it, but we can use it because it's used in very small quantities. This was also covered in the topic, number of door openings leads to energy consumption and increases compressor on-off cycle. These are my references.
Well,
That's the end
okay.
of my. Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Is there any question, please, from the audience? Well, you have explained the effect of materials. Let me know if we are going to replace the conventional material or
Yes,
the
sir.
conventional composites by nano composites, okay, or the nano materials.
Yes, sir.
What will be the advantages
Of using nanomaterials?
Nanomaterials, right?
Where to use nanomaterials, sir?
You are using materials, okay. In here, you are using materials, no?
Yes, sir. Which
So if
material
suppose-
are you talking about, sir? I'm talking about the material like ice trays.
Yes, if suppose you are replacing it with nanomaterials, so what will be the benefit? What will be the advantages?
But I've not covered the properties of nanomaterials here.
Hey, I'm just asking a simple question from your research work. If you will go ahead, okay.
No, sir. We
So
have
then
not.
what will be the benefit?
We have not covered that, sir.
So do you have any idea about? Can you explain the nanomaterials?
No, sir. I can explain whatever
Okay, no
I've
problem.
said. Okay, sir.
Okay, no problem. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.
Any other query, sir?
No, thank you, beta. Thank you. Okay, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Next
thank you.
is
Excellent presentation. Okay.
So next is Mohammad Farman Ali and Nisha Katoj. Nisha, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you will be the presenter, na?
Yes, sir.
Please start sharing your screen.
Thank you so much.
Next is
Excellent presentation. Okay.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good evening to all present in this conference. I'm Nisha Toch, and today I'll present the paper. Yes, sir.
others are requested to mute their mics, please. Other participants are requested to mute.
Okay, the title of my paper is. Okay, should I start, sir?
Yes, beta. Yes, you.
Hello. Should I start?
Yeah, Nisha, you can
Yes,
start.
beta, you start. Do not wait.
Okay.
Start.
Title of the paper is Solutions of Fractional Differential Equations Using Fractional Laplace Transform and Shehu Transform Method. These two methods I have used to solve the fractional differential equations, and the purpose of the paper is to present fractional Laplace transform and Shehu transform methods for solving fractional differential equations. And our objective is to extend the application of these methods to obtain the exact solution of the homogeneous and non-homogeneous linear fractional differential equations. And the abstract is that in the present paper, I have discussed the application of Shehu transform as well as fractional Laplace transform to solve the fractional linear differential equations using Riemann-Leibniz differential operator. I have used this operator to solve the equations. So now I would like to present what is alpha integral Laplace transform. It is a generalization of the Laplace transform, both classical sense of the definition as in their properties and theorems. In this work, we study the response of alpha integral Laplace transform on the fractional derivatives of Riemann-Leibniz. And then next is our Shehu transform. Then Shehu transform is also generalization of the Laplace and Smudu integral transform. So we solve the fractional differential equations in the time domain and is applied to both. This method is applied to both ordinary and fractional differential equations. So I want to show the simplicity, efficiency, and high accuracy of this method. So some examples I have included in my research paper, and I'll apply both these methods and we'll see the result, how it matches with the. Then introduction is that fractional calculus. What is fractional calculus? As we know that it is a field of mathematical study that grows out of the classical calculus. Rather, we can say that it is a generalization of the classical calculus, and so it preserves many of the fundamental properties of the classical fractional calculus. And one of the most effective methods to solve differential equation is to use integral transforms like Laplace transform, Fourier transform, Miller and Rosser transform. But here, literally, the origination of the integral transforms can be traced back to the work of P.S. Laplace and Joseph Fourier. So fractional integrals and derivatives in association with different integral transforms, nowadays they are widely used to solve differential equations, rather fractional differential equations. So fractional differential equations, they are extensively used in interpretation and modeling in applied mathematics, physics. In physics, it includes fluid flow, rheology, electrical circuits, probability and statistics, even in economics. Then control theory of dynamical system, viscoelasticity, so and signal processing control theory. So now the fractional differential equations are used everywhere. So these are the basic definitions and preliminaries which I have explained here. So I think I should skip these. This is the convolution property, and these are the basics to how to solve the equations. Then alpha Laplace transform of fractional Riemann-Liouville operator. This is a operator with the help of which I'll solve the fractional differential equation. So its preliminaries are given here. The most important is the lemma 2, if ft be a sufficiently well-behaved function and alpha be a real number lying between 0 and 1, then the fractional Laplace transform of the Riemann-Liouville fractional derivative, because I have used this to solve the equation. So this is the formula. I think I should, it is visible to all. So then this theorem, theorem number 1, this I have used to find the solution. Then we have the inverse fraction Laplace transform formula as L alpha inverse. So this, then next I have used Shehu transform method. So these are the preliminaries of that method. So how we write the Riemann-Liouville fractional derivative operator of order alpha is defined as follows. This is how we define this. Then the Mittag-Leffler function is also used. This is on number 1. It is the one parameter Mittag-Leffler function, and here it is the generalization of the one parameter function. It is a 2 parameter function including alpha and beta. So this is how we represent Mittag-Leffler function. Then the Shehu transform, how it is defined, this I have explained it by the following. This is Shehu transform is defined by the following integral, and it converges if the limit of the integral exists and diverges if not. So we will use if when it converges, then we'll find the solution. When diverges, then there will be no solution. Then the inverse Shehu transform. Actually, while solving the fractional differential equation with these methods, first we apply the integral transforms to the fractional differential equation. They convert the fractional differential equation to algebraic equation in the frequency domain, and then we again apply the inverse transforms to find the solution of the exact solution of the equation in the time domain. So this is the inverse Shehu transform. Then theorem 3.1, this is the inverse Shehu transform. This is the formula of inverse Shehu transform, how we apply the formula. Then the Shehu transform for fractional derivatives. So here it is, first I have taken Riemann-Liouville fractional integral for the function ft. This is defined as follows, as I alpha ft, where alpha is the order of the integral transform. It may be real or complex, so it is u upon s alpha. Then theorem 3.03, it is again the formula for the Riemann-Liouville fractional derivative. First was for the fractional integral, it is the formula for the fractional derivative. So I have shown here. So these are the examples I have took. First I have taken the differential equation, linear fractional differential equation, rather homogeneous linear fractional differential equation, then applied the alpha integral Laplace transform, and then applying the equation 2.3 means inverse Laplace transform. So we obtained the exact solution of this equation. Then secondly, I have taken the fractional differential equation non-homogeneous, and then applied the alpha integral Laplace transform, and by solving this, I have obtained the solution. At last, I have obtained the solution. And then again, Shehu transform method is applied to the fractional differential equation. So the non-homogeneous Yes, so firstly, I have applied the Shehu transfer method to the homogeneous
Yes,
fractional
try to conclude, please. Try to conclude.
linear equation. Then I have applied. Yes, I have applied then the this method to the non-homogeneous fractional differential equation, and the conclusion is this: by solving some homogeneous and non-homogeneous linear fractional differential equations using alpha integral, Laplace transform, and Shehu transform, these are the powerful and efficient techniques for finding analytic solution of the fractional differential equations. Thank you.
Is there any question from the audience, please? Well, you explained about solution of fractional differential equations using fractional Laplace transform and Shehu transform, right? But
Yes.
let me know what are the advantages of Shehu transform method if you are going to solve non-linear partial differential equations. Non-linear partial differential equations.
Yes.
What are the advantages if we
Sir, I
compare
have-
with the other methods? Yes, continue.
Shehu transform method is the generalization of the Laplace and Smudu transform method. So this gives more exact and approximate solution of the differential equations.
It will also be beneficial in case of non-linear partial differential equations.
Sir, I have not solved it non-linear. I have applied only up to linear.
Okay, no problem. Okay, you may quit now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.
Okay, thank you. I request
sir.
you paper ID 1015, that is the Kavita S. Chauhan.
Yes, sir.
I request the author please present.
Namaste.
Yes, please.
सर स्क्रीन शेयरिंग दिख रहा है आपको? हेलो.
Yes, beta. Yes, continue.
Thank you,
You
sir.
are audible and your PPT is visible. No problem.
Okay, sir. Namaste. Good afternoon. I am Kavita from Gujarat. My topic is in modern era, the enthusiastic study in addition and subtraction with Vedic formula for 6th to 8th grade students. Now in abstract, this study is related on 30 students of government primary school based on addition and subtraction. There are many Vedic formula for addition and subtraction. This study is presented an overview on pre and post test which were held on related school on time. Now in introduction, Vedic mathematics, a word Veda, which means a knowledge of power. Vedic mathematics is discovered by Sri Bharati Krishna Tirthji Maharaj in 1911 to 1918. Vedic maths has 16 sutras and 13 sub-sutras. There are various properties of Vedic Ganit. In this paper, the Vedic formula for addition and vinculum formula for subtraction, which is given in slide. Now, this figure 1 is in vinculum number converted to normal number using place value concept. That is 8745. That is a 5 bar. Its value is 8's value is 8000 plus 7 value is 700 plus 40 and minus 5. That is bar value is of 5 is minus 5. Then answer is 8735. Now, figure 2 is said that poor recall of addition process of 6th, 7th and 8th standard students, that they have many problems created in a addition formula for students of 6th to 8th standard, and figure 3 show that poor recall of subtraction process of 6th, 7th and 8th standard students. Now, delimitations of the study is that the 6th, 7th, 8th standard students, 6th, 7th and 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 8th standard students, 6
The following limitations could not be avoided in the present study. This study is concerned about 30 pupils of 6 to 8 standard studying in Vasan Primary School of Gujarat. And second one is this study is concerned to learning mathematical formula as addition and subtraction of 6 to 8 grade level pupils only. Now next is methodology. In methodology, first we take pre-test as 2 sections with 8 questions. There were 2 groups, control and experimental group. In control group, students were learned by modern mathematics, and in other hand, experimental students were being learned by Vedic method. Now we see your t-test. Here t-test at 0.05 level and 0.01 level. About t-test, I tell something about it. T-test is a statistical test used for comparing the means of 2 groups. Here we take a control group and experimental group. It is often used in hypothesis testing when null hypothesis is 0 and alternative hypothesis is present, if one group is different to another group. If comparison of 2 groups, then t-test is used. Now, this is table 1, pre and post test achievement score of experimental group. Here test we have taken pre-test and post-test, its main value and standard deviation and value of t at 0.01 level is 11.39. And table 2 is post-test score of experimental and control group, that is n and mean standard deviation and value of t at 0.05 level is 14.47. Now this is the graph of post-test score of control group of standard 6, standard 7 and standard 8 students by teaching traditional method, that is modern method. And
please conclude your paper due to time slot
yes,
is
sir.
over, I think.
In last, we conclude that after showing all graphs and marks obtained of control and experimental groups of students, there was much difference. Students who were very happy to study Vedic formula for any type of questions regarding with addition and multiplication. And last one is references.
Is there any question from the audience, please? Anyway, you know well that there are 16 formulas of Vedic maths, right?
Yes.
Right. So is there a possibility that we can have the multiplication and division using these formulas?
Yes, sir. My second
So,
paper, is multiplication. Effective, sir. That is references in 8th number, effectiveness of Vedic mathematics for 6th to 8th standard students. सर इसमें मैंने मल्टीप्लिकेशन यूज किया था, मेरी स्कूल की बात कर रही हूँ मैं.
Okay, shabash, very good. Okay, yes, nice, thank you beta.
Okay, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Nice. Can I call to other author, sir?
Yes, continue.
Okay, thank you, sir. I call to paper ID 1016. The author name Taru Tevetia et al. The title of this article: a large scale study of the stress and blood pressure in daily life using a digital platform. Are you here, Taru Tevetia? Karu Teveti, are you here? And other Munna
No,
Khan
both of them are not present. Invite another one.
Okay, now this track is over. I request to convener, please vote for thanks.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
I congratulate all the past participants. I'm really happy that most of them were presenting their papers first time. So these dynamic presenters, young gem of our country, will definitely have vital role in the near future. I congratulate from the core of my heart to all the beginners who have presented their paper for the first time. Further, I would like to congratulate and thank, as you know well, that I have an emotional attachment with Mewat Engineering College, which has given me so many opportunities. I will personally thank your dynamic leader, Dr. K.M. Rafi Saab, for organizing such a wonderful conference, apart from Haryana Bakport administration and all the organizers. Thank you. Thanks a lot for inviting me. Okay, I just stop here. Should we close the session, please? Dr. Junaid.
Yes, sir.
Is there any other thing to say?
Dr. Shamshad Ali, can you hear me? I think Shamshad Ali not hear me. So thank you. Thank you, Dr. Nizam Saab, and thank you to all.
Welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm going to quit now. Thank you. Thanks once again.
Okay, sir. Thank you.